Hi, I'm Brian Mosley, Partner Development Manager for Databox, and today I'm going to show you what a client would see when sharing a data board report. So Databox this is an example of your agency account where you can manage different clients. So every agency has their own account as the parent and then child accounts underneath. So with the child accounts, we're going to first build out our dashboards. And keep in mind, these dashboards are live updating, but a lot of agencies want to see how you can share these in an automated report. So that's what I chose to show today. There are two ways to share a data board. One is via a live access link, where we connect multiple data boards together via carousel mode. So the client only needs to bookmark one link and they'll get to see access to their 6 or their 12 live updating data boards in real time. The second way is to schedule a snapshot. You can select an individual stakeholder within your client. So maybe a CEO wants to see these 3 sets of boards, or a marketer wants to see those 5 sets of boards. This prevents giving all your clients one massive 20-page PDF at the end of the month, sort of data dumping right in their lap. This will allow you to send them smaller, more bite-sized updates on how the account's doing that's more relevant to the individual stakeholders' roles. So you can select the stakeholder and then choose whether you want to send the data boards daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly. So let's take a look at what a public-facing report would look like. So this is an example of what a client might see at the end of the month. Maybe it says last month's report, you put the logo and have a few action items, and you use the arrow left and right keys to scroll. So maybe your first board would be talking about where are you getting your best contacts and traffic from. You can review contacts and visits by source, and then you can write some notes here in the top right. Next, we might want to review email funnel performance, how many campaigns were created, the open and click-through rate, as well as the funnel of how many emails were sent versus delivered versus opened and clicked, and their corresponding rates. Next, we might want to go through a social media board where we can talk through the change or the increase in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn accounts, combining multiple sources into one board, as well as at the bottom here with the overall visits from social towards a goal. Then we can move on to maybe a Facebook ads or Google AdWords board where we can see impressions, we can see spend over the last 30 days, as well as post engagement. And then we can also use a images block to upload screenshots of our ads, as well as maybe an overall spend versus goal. Then we might close, instead of doing a monthly view or snapshot, we can take a look at the year-to-date progress and show a client from where they were when they first started working with us at the beginning of the year, or versus where they are now. So with this line graph, I can show visits towards goal, I can show new leads towards goal, and I can show new customers towards goal. And with new leads, you can see the thick white line is the current year, and the shaded background is where we were last year. So if we hover over here as a client, we can clearly see that we've been able to generate over 11,000 leads so far this year versus, the 5,000 of where we were about the same time last year, but we're still not yet at that 15,000 goal mark. And then a closing slide, which will talk through next steps or takeaways or suggestions and recommendations on how you're going to modify the game plan for next month. That's how I would take a client through this from the monthly reports. Pulling all the data together and sending it to the client ahead of time before your monthly meeting will not only help the account manager or customer success managers prep for those meetings, but will also take care of a lot of the heavy lifting, which will prevent the client's eyes from glazing over when you're just talking to them about numbers, and allow you to have more meaningful, insightful, analytical conversations with the client to teach them how using this data can actually help their campaign performance. It will also make you look like a much more data-driven agency and save you time in preparing all these monthly reports. No more screenshotting, no more Excel. We want to kill the spreadsheet. Hope this was helpful for you. If you have any other suggestions for us on other tips and tricks that you use as an account manager, feel free to let us know.